I want to talk to you today about something I think that's really important for business people, and it has to do with really cherishing the role and who God created you to be. And I think people really get frustrated and really throughout their life go through all of these different phases, and at points really look and say, oh man, I don't even want to be the person. I don't want the responsibility that God's given me. It's too much, and I'm tired and I'm done, and you know what? Someone else take it. And the Bible talks pretty clearly about this in a few different points. I'm going to give you guys some verses here. But probably one of the clearest points in the Bible is when it talks about Jacob and Esau. Now, to give you a little bit of background, Jacob was a liar, a cheat, a thief. You know, he's dishonest and always manipulating and working different situations. And Esau was his brother. Esau was the oldest, and Esau actually had the rights of the family. He actually had the inheritance and all of the rights of the family. He actually had what at the time was called a birthright. So Jacob, what he did was he kind of swindled Esau out of his inheritance, out of his legacy, out of his birthright. And as you can imagine, you would think, my goodness, God would be just judging Jacob and blessing Esau. But it's interesting because in Romans 9 it says that God said, Jacob I loved, but Esau I hated. And if you go back and you actually read this story, you find out why, because the Bible says that Esau despised his birthright. And that reminds me a lot of, I think, what people go throughout their life. When God has given them this great responsibility, this great thing to cherish and really to take care of and to work with, and they basically go, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, and someone else do it. I believe that's a modern-day example of a business person despising their birthright, despising their responsibility, despising the authority that's been given to them. You know, in Proverbs 17:2 it says, a wise servant will rule over a disgraceful son and will share in the inheritance as one of the brothers. And I think that's another picture of this, because we see, you know, the son's supposed to be able to take care of what's been given to him and, you know, just kind of pushes it off, and then sure enough the servant comes along, takes the responsibility and runs with it. And I think a lot of times what happens is people that bear responsibility and they bear burden, they become burnt out and they want to just get rid of it or give it to something else. And it reminded me of an illustration. I want to show you guys this. I think all too often what happens is you end up with a person that has the responsibility, and they'll start off strong, but what happens is they begin building upon themselves, and they begin building upon themselves and building upon themselves, so on and so forth, and then eventually you end up with something caving. And so what happens is this person says, you know what, forget it, I don't want any of it, I don't want to bear the weight, I don't want to bear the responsibility because I can't do it, I can't bear that weight. So they quit. Another thing very tragic that I see happen is this. You'll have the same person, the same responsibility, and what they'll do is they'll realize, you know what, I'm going to rely on people. I'm going to bring people into my business, people into my life, people to run the areas of authority. And what happens is they bring in these people, they begin building this base. And what happens is they build a nice, solid, firm base, and then they sit on top of it, and they take a nap right on top of the base, and they don't do anything. All they've done is create a base so they can do less. And in this scenario, nobody rises up, nobody goes any further. And this is just as tragic because you're just simply using people so you don't have to do more. But a true leader, a true business person who's going to change the world, who's going to be effective, what they do is they take people and they use people to build themselves. They build up the people, they build up the business, they build up themselves. And what happens is you create a scenario where everyone is going higher. Everyone is getting more responsibility. And the person, rather than staying at this level and taking a nap, actually bears more and more responsibility, but doesn't have the burden of an upside-down pyramid the way the other one works. And so what happens is in this scenario, every single person has the ability to rise, and the entire organization goes up and up and up and up. So as a leader, remember you have three choices. You can either say, you know what, I just can't do it anymore. I can't bear the weight. I quit. I despise my birthright. I'm done. Can't do that. You can't be someone who says, you know what, I'm just going to use people so I don't have to do anything, so I can just rest on people and we're all going to stay the same. You have to be the leader that chooses to build people up, to go to the next level, so that the entire organization, so that each person in your organization and the entire organization has a strong foundation and something to build on. And this is the way your organization should look. Guys, I hope that helps. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. Be prosperous.